Hello, everyone. Welcome to This Is Me Speak Your Truth podcast. I'm your host, Tracy, and I am here with Kathy today. I'm really excited. We kind of met each other through business coaching and some like Arbonne network marketing business stuff. And so I don't know Kathy that well. So I'm just going to get her to also introduce herself and tell us a little about herself.
Hi, Tracy. Thank you so much for inviting me to do this. I'm a little nervous, so be yeah,
Be
yeah.
kind. Yeah, you're good.
That's the word I was thinking of. Yes. So I'm sitting in my it's called a she shed right now. I'm gonna have to figure out a name for it, and it's blowing like crazy outside. So I okay, who am I? I'm a 65-year woman that I just ran a 10K on my 65th birthday in March 9th this year in Mexico.
That's
I
amazing.
was I was planning on doing that from last year. So I was training, kind of training off and on, but I didn't really jump right into it until I was in Mexico January. I quit drinking January 4th. There's a lot of things happening with me this year because of over the past 3 years, I've been, I guess, shedding things that don't serve me anymore. And I feel that people don't know me because I've always had a mask or a wall up because I was protecting myself from what I grew up with. And I know a lot of people are like that. I'm sure people can definitely resonate with that. So I find now I find I'm more present with people. I'm more alert, knowing I've always had that feeling with people that I can sense their energy. Yeah, what's the word? I'm an empath.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And I'm trying to, because when I'm being an empath, you take on people's energies and I'm drained after being
Yes.
around people. So I'm an introvert. Some people wouldn't think that, but I am. I used alcohol, so I would be an extrovert, but now that I don't drink, I have to just do it on my laurels. I have a husband. I've been married for over 45 years, I think it's been.
Wow.
I
Good for
have,
you. That's amazing.
thank you. It's been a struggle. It has been a struggle.
Yeah.
I have three beautiful grandchildren. One's
Oh,
Jack, he's 6. Blake, she is 3. And Wells, he's a year old. So that
oh.
kind of wraps it up. Oh, I have a daughter and I have a son as well.
I'm like, so you're busy with with your own kids and grandkids now.
Yes, very busy.
Yeah, I think like what you spoke on already, just um I think so many people can relate to that. Like I'm similar to you too. Like I'm an introvert, but then there's times where I'm like I love to be out, yeah, like connecting and hearing pe like learning
Mhm.
people's stories and learning about them. But then yeah, by the time you're done, you're like, okay, I need to go home and just like read a book or lay in bed and just have no contact with anyone. And I think how you said too is being more present, how like social media and all this online, like the internet, everything, we got so into this like busy schedule mindset that I feel like a
Mhm.
lot of like it feels like to me anyways, the energy is kind of shifting a bit back to that where I find people are slowing down a bit more and being more present with family and friends and not being like so just on screens as much anymore.
Sorry,
You're good.
I never get phone calls.
That's what usually happens. Yeah, and I
Yeah.
think and like 45 years of marriage, that's incredible. And yeah, I think it's like communication. You go through so many stages and changes and evolving. So for yourself, um with like you said since like January you're kind of going through these changes and shedding, have you
Mhm.
found how's that been kind of like the dynamic like with your husband? Do you find it's better because you're shifting into a better like a different better version of yourself, or are you still finding like it's hard and it's new that way?
Sorry, I missed that because I don't know
That's
what's going
okay.
on, okay. Sorry, I'm just going to send a quick text message.
Yeah, no worries.
My husband's gone across the lake
Yeah.
and he's making bread today.
Oh wow.
But he's over there and the oven is on. So I said, "Do you want me to turn the oven off?"
Yeah.
So I'm just going to tell him, wait, I'll use this. I've got my husband's phone in here too.
That's so funny. uh,
Sorry. No,
this is all this is what I said. I'm like it's the raw unedited, like this is life like for people, right?
uh, off. stop calling me. No.
Right?
Okay.
Like, do not disturb.
Okay, sorry. Can
That's
you ask
okay.
that question again?
Yeah, so I was just saying, like, how you said since January, like, you've quit drinking, you did this running, you're kind of having this identity shift or shedding of what you've mentioned of changing kind of who you thought you were supposed to be unmasked and hidden. How are you finding that with people that are like your husband knowing you for 45 years? How are you
Yeah.
finding those relationships with them seeing the way you're changing when they're so used to you being a certain way and now not knowing this version of you?
That is a really good question because I'm trying to make a post about that on my website, on Instagram.
Yeah.
So to be around people that know me as a drinker, that know me as the fun woman when I'm drinking,
That was me too. Yeah.
it's people are, I don't know, or is it me that I'm noticing it? They feel awkward around me. My
Yeah.
husband's getting used to it because he's been around me 24/7 when we're in Mexico.
Yeah.
And he knows that's it, I'm done drinking. So when we have our happy hour on the deck, I'm usually having a bubbly or I'm having a fizz, and he's having his drink of choice.
Yeah.
And yeah, it, I'm, I would say I'm becoming a better partner.
Hmm, interesting. I like that.
And the reason I say that is because I drove into town, which is 40 minutes in to town. And on the way back, I'm thinking, I'm noticing things. I feel like I'm more present.
Hmm.
And I feel like I'm more present with my husband. I'm acknowledging him because he loves doing things for me.
Yeah.
And I've always go like, thanks. But now I'm going, I really appreciate you doing that.
Yeah.
Like the little simplest things.
And I think like as men, like from this morning when we were on that call together in Bible study
Yes.
about, yeah, like men need that positive like reinforcement or acknowledgement instead of just a thanks, like actually saying what task or what thing they did for you, not just like thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah. And I've been changing that mindset too.
It's love language, right? We
Yeah.
never ever think about the love language. Yeah, it's very cool.
Yeah, that's amazing. And then your 10K run, I follow along on your Instagram too. Like it's been super fun to watch you with all that stuff. So did you ever run before or was this like a brand new thing that I'm gonna start trying to do running?
So that's a crazy thing. So when I joined Arbonne, it was for the skincare because I was having problems with my skin. My daughter introduced me to the amazing skincare, and I started using, and I was feeling really good, like on the outside and feeling good on the inside. But I never thought of joining the business. It was until she invited me to a Mother's Day run that was, I think it was 2 hours away from where she lives. She lives down in St. Catharines, so she's 18 hours away.
Oh wow. Okay.
So me and my girlfriend and her two daughters, so there was five of us. We trained for it. It was half of a half of a half marathon.
Okay.
It was amazing. So that was the very first time because I always said, I am not a runner. I don't want to run. Thanks, but no thanks.
Yeah.
But that was the start of it that gave me the bug. And because it was the connection with my daughter and my girlfriend too. Like
Okay.
it was amazing, amazing. So I've run two marathons now, and I've done some rollerblade marathons too, which I really love as well.
That I've never heard of that. That's so cool. And it's funny, I recently saw a stat the other day or I forget where it was, but someone was saying like 2% of the world have done a half marathon and only 1% of the world have done a full marathon. So you're part of the 1%.
I'll never do another one again because it's
I've
a
only
lot
done
of
a half.
training.
I did a half and I was like, that was good for me. Like, yeah. So
It's
good
the
on you.
time that it's the time that it takes to train for it.
Yeah.
Like
I,
I love 10Ks. They're perfect.
yeah. And
Mhm.
then, so when after you finished your 10K, how did you like feel overall after like accomplishing that? Like I know you've done the longer runs, but was there a difference that you noticed doing it this time in Mexico?
It was because it signifies that I was we did it on my birthday. I did it with my girlfriend, and I knew that that was the beginning of something new.
Hmm. Oh,
Sorry.
no, I'm glad. I'm like, this is so good. This is why that's why it's like my business is like raw, real, authentic women. Like there's no holding back. Like,
So
Oh, I love this.
We
This is so
actually
good.
we actually ran into the ocean afterwards, hand in hand.
Oh.
It was great because I didn't even know her before. I did know her, but I didn't know her.
Hmm.
So during the runs, we really got to know each other.
Yeah.
Like we
You get
bared our soul and we said, whatever happens here is that's what's going to stay here. So now, because of that, I'm doing a Camino with her and two other women.
yeah.
The France Camino, I think it is.
Okay. My mom
Yeah,
did one of them and I'm trying to remember what it was, but yeah, the Camino where it was like however many day trek and she did it with a girlfriend too and she said like life
yeah,
changing. Yeah.
yeah. Like it's 800 kilometers. We're doing it September 2027.
Wow. That's a good goal to work towards.
Oh, it is. It
Yeah.
is. I think that's why I was feeling so like, wow, doing that, the 10K in Mexico with someone that I didn't know in the beginning, but I know everything. I know
Yeah.
her
And I think
so good.
And that's what I've noticed with people too. It's like like for me, it's like I meet someone at work or like the surface level of somebody, and then somebody will
Yes.
mention something and you're like, I never knew that about you. Or you're like, yeah, like taking a bit more
Yes.
time to like ask
Hmm.
deeper questions to people instead of just like, how's your day? And like, but really being like, yeah, like what do you do for you? And like when you say like, yeah, like when I'm like, tell me about yourself, it's like not using those labels, but like who are you
Hmm.
like more with take like removing all that stuff as a person, right?
Yeah,
So
I think it's been for a while that I don't ask me about the weather. I'm not going to talk about the weather. I want to get deeper. So that is why to do it with your spouse, you need a girlfriend because he goes, okay, you need some woman time.
yeah, you're like, get out of here, go to your girl chats while you run.
Yeah.
I'm like spending all that time with someone else. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, that's amazing. And then I had another question for you, and I totally just lost my train of thought. So you have your Arbonne business, and I think that's what it was. When I watch like I don't know, just the changing like transformation you've had, but also like I'm not saying you're not old, but I see other people who are like 70, 80 years old and look like they're like 100 and something, right? But like you have just your health and wellness, like you have more energy and like better than some people in their 20s. So it's like is there something that shifted in you at like a certain age where you were like my health, I need to do this, or have you always had health and fitness as part of your life?
I think growing up, I did because I used to play baseball all the time. So you know, I that's a good question. I used to think I was all about health and wellness,
Yep.
but didn't really know health and wellness. I thought I knew how to eat properly, but being with Arbonne, we just learned so much. And
Hmm.
it's not just Arbonne, it's such a great platform for us to find our way other ways, other
Yeah.
because I have a program, Clean 90 program,
Okay.
that I help women find themselves and to work through what I've gone through in life.
Yeah.
And I'm still working through,
Yeah.
but
And I think
it's
that's what's so
always
helpful
a
is
process.
yeah, I was just about to say, yeah, like people you're going through your process, but you can help people that are maybe a few steps behind you start to go through like where
Absolutely.
you were at.
Yeah. Like I think of myself as I'm healthier now than I was in my 30s.
That's incredible. And I think so powerful too, because yeah, I think like, you're younger, but again, you're saying like people go out partying and drinking, like drugs, like thinking they're having like they're being very social, so they have that thing. But then when they get a bit older, it's like what was actually important, and now focusing, yeah, on the health side, like what they thought was
Yeah,
healthy.
absolutely. I know my daughter and her husband, they are very health conscious. And I think that's the important part. Like for my age, even people like your age, stopping that generational cycle because we grew up with alcohol. We grew
Mhm.
up with sinking things. We grew up sitting on the couch watching TV and like all those things that we know is not helping us
Yeah.
mentally. Yeah.
It was normalized, I think, right? Like, and it's all
Yeah.
we knew. Whereas now there's more research or there's more people making that shift that's now more visible because you have access to it online, right? And the
Absolutely.
research is there. And I think, like you literally said it, like kids mirror their parents' behavior. So if their parents are like drinking, they've normalized it. If they're eating processed
Hmm.
food constantly, that's what they think is
Hmm.
real food, right? Like,
Yes.
yeah. So,
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So many things to think about. Yeah.
yeah. So if someone were wanting to get into like business or kind of start their first 10K run, like what are some tips or advice that you would have for someone?
For the 10K run, absolutely, I would say start looking at what you're putting into your body and into your mind,
Okay.
because sometimes we tell ourselves we can't do that, we don't want to do that, we don't like that. So I would definitely say start doing a journal,
Mm,
finding out why do you want to do the 10K? What is it for you? What are you wanting to get out of it? And go from there to dig deep and get some questions answered.
I love that.
As the same thing as a business. Like I was I had a great job. I was getting good money, like a good pension. Why would I take on another side hustle? Like my job wasn't a side hustle, but why would I do something else that's going to take me away from my husband? But I'm so glad I did, because it made me grow out of my comfort zone.
Hmm.
So if somebody's thinking about doing a business, they got to figure out what's important to them. Why are they doing the business? Is it for financial freedom? Is it for financial, like, that's not the word I'm using. Financial freedom. Yeah. There's, I'm lost for the words now. That's the thing. I don't talk about the business much.
Yeah, which that's
Be-
you don't need to, right? Like I think people come to you for different reasons. It's like that friendship and support, right? Like for me, it's like yeah, I don't like the term like the business is like a vehicle to whatever. I'm like, but for me, it's like the business is there, but I love the connections. Like yeah, like meeting you, I
Mhm.
never would have had the opportunity to meet you or
Yeah.
everything else it teaches you. Like you said, that introverted person where now like you can show up on social media and talk. Whereas before, I'm like, I never would have thought of like holding the camera and talking on it and posting it, right? And being judged. And like
Yes.
so it shows you all these other things. And like you said, the identity shift or trying new things. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's all encompassing. Like it gives you so much more than just saying like, oh, I have an online business.
Yeah. And I know for a fact that if I didn't join this company in 2013, that I would not be where I am today. And the only reason I say that is not because I was able to retire early. It's more the tools it's given me and the people I've met.
Hmm.
Like I was this woman actually, after my kids left home, I was this woman sitting on a couch drinking wine
Hmm.
because I couldn't get off of the couch. I didn't want to get off. I had nothing. My kids are grown. They don't need me anymore. And my husband's off working. So who do I have? Who do I have to look after?
Yeah.
Right.
It's like that
So with
empty
the art,
nest. Yeah.
yes. So
Yeah.
with the Arbonne business, that gave me somebody, that gave me something to do, to know that I can help other people. I can help people with feeling better, having more energy, and having a purpose. That's
Yeah.
the hugest, that's the biggest thing, is having a purpose. After your kids leave home, people struggle. People
Yeah.
struggle with
Well,
that.
and even as adults, I'm like they still like need you. Like there's still a purpose there.
Oh
Like they
yeah.
still need you. The grandkids need you
Yeah.
in that, right? And it's but like
Yeah.
you said, like sitting on the couch, you're like, well, yeah, like what do I do now? When you have these like
Mhm.
you go from becoming a mom where they're 100% reliant on you as newborn
Mhm.
toddlers, and then it's slowly they need you less and less. And like you said, and then it's like they're gone. You're like, well, now what do I do?
Yeah. Yeah. And you see, my first, I haven't said it on social media. That was going to be part of it afterwards. But my first child was spina bifida and hydrocephalus.
Oh, okay.
So I had a disabled child, my very first child. So, and that was quite traumatic.
Yeah.
Everything that we had to go through expecting a normal child.
Right.
And so, and then it took us a long time to try and get pregnant again because I was afraid.
Ah.
So I find I was so intentional with my son, making sure he got everything he needed. When he had to have all his surgeries, I had to make sure I was there 24/7. I was totally present with him. So I do believe that's part of the reason why I struggled with the empty nest, because here's this kid that I've made very independent of
Hmm.
his mother, doesn't need me anymore. Not in that way, anyways.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Wow, that's so powerful. I think, yeah, I definitely think you should talk about that, like sharing your story. If you're comfortable with it, sharing that more on your social media. Because I think, again, like
Mhm.
so many could relate to that. Not necessarily just like spina bifida, but so many like, yeah, you expect this healthy baby, and then they have other like underlying conditions or things that you don't know until they're
Yeah.
born, right? So
Yeah.
I think
Absolutely.
that could, your story could
Absolutely.
help a lot of people too in
Hmm.
that regard. So
Yeah. Yeah.
that's
Hmm.
amazing. All right. I'm like, I think that's mostly what I was gonna ask. Is there anything like last message? I always say this to every guest. I'm like, a message, a quote, inspiring thought, anything you want to leave with people that are listening.
I think the last thing I'd like people to remember is that wherever they came from is exactly what that is. To leave it there, to learn from whatever they had gone through, and not to bring it into their present or their future, because what happens is we dwell on that, and that's what we make a lot of our choices from.
Hmm.
So I think this is what I've learned in the past 5 years, is learning to, yes, this happened, but that doesn't define who I am today. So I guess it doesn't matter what age you are, just know that you can you can create a future. You just have to believe in yourself. Know that you have the power within you. And if you don't have that power within you, there are people that can help you, and I'd be happy to be there for you.
Oh, I seriously just got goosebumps and like that was so powerful. Like, oh, I love that. And I think like you said, like your past with you, it's molded a bit of like lessons learned or pieces that you have taken with you and you do want to bring into this like season that you're
Yes.
in, but also like you said, leaving the pieces that don't align with you or don't and just leaving it
Mhm.
behind you. That's so incredible. I love that. And if people want to connect with you, or how can they find you on social media, or what's the best way to get in contact with you?
I'm on Instagram and Facebook. Maybe you could just drop the handles there.
Yep, I'll put them in the description on the podcast, and then yeah,
Okay.
they can reach out to you. Jeez.
Okay. Chase again.
Again. Anyways, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. I'm sure at some point we'll have a follow-up or a part two or something like down
Oh,
the
yeah, I
road.
would love that. I
Yeah,
think we need
like
to do that.
repeat return guest would be awesome. So, all
Yeah.
right. Thank
Okay.
you. Take
Thanks,
care.
Tracy.
Yeah.